Welcome back to the Bantu Exodus channel. My name is Isaiah. Tonight's topic will be the strong delusion. What is the strong delusion? Think about it for a second. We know what a delusion is, and we know what strong is. And you put it together, strong delusion. Pretty simple. But how does that pertain to the Bantu people, especially not everybody else? What does that phrase mean to the Bantu people? The strong delusion. Tonight, that's what I want to get into, and hopefully we can get some clarification on this situation. Let's go. Psalms chapter 81, 11 through 12. But my people would not listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to the scriptures. Not everybody come together and sing Kumbaya. The Bantus are going to come together and sing Kumbaya. Not all people. But my people would not listen to me. Israel would not submit to me, Tata Nzambi. So I gave them, Tata gave you over. See, this is another thing, a part of the delusion. We as a people think that the Mandela, the white man, or the white tribes or families of this earth have all the damn power. That ain't true. That is not true. You have to get that out of your mentality because it's making you reprobate in everything that you do as a people, especially when it brings the mentality of crabs in a bucket. Let's go back to the scriptures. Let's actually prophesy correctly by using the scriptures. Hopefully y'all heard me when I said that you got what I just said. Prophesy correctly by using the scriptures. But my people, not everybody, would not listen to me, Tata Nzambi. Israel would not submit to Tata Nzambi. So Tata Nzambi gave them over to a stubborn heart. Stiff-necked, stubborn heart, hard-headed, won't listen, ass backwards, reprobate mind, ignorant. To follow their own devices, the doctrines of men. False prophecies coming from false prophets, people who not supposed to be on YouTube teaching, going with their own devices, with their own mindset. Do you get it? Proverbs 14, verse 12. There is a way that appears to be right. There is a way. I want y'all to keep that. Hold that phrase. There's a way that seems right, but the end leads to death, to perdition. Y'all have heard of the son of perdition. Perdition, death. It leads to that. Listen. There's secrets here. There is a way. That way, whatever that way is, it leads to perdition, to death. Keep in mind the phrase, the son of perdition, is going to come up again, and the way. There's a way that we're going in that's leading us to perdition and to the son of perdition. Isaiah chapter 56, verse 12. Come, each one cries, let me get wine. Let us drink our fill of beer, and tomorrow will be like today, or even far better. Listen to that. If you caught up in that spirit right now, it is a delusion every day, going about your everyday life. Keep doing the same reprobate things over and over, thinking that the recompense is not going to come. It is a delusion. Come out of her. Watch this now. Matthew chapter 3, verse 9. And do not think you can say to yourselves, say in your head the delusions of your own mind and thinking in the doctrines of men that's being spewed on YouTube. And do not think you can say to yourselves, we have Abraham as our father. See, it's coming up again. Thinking that you of the blood of Abraham. I'm a Bantu. I'm a Hebrew. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, or I'm a Bantu from your Sololay. Wherever you at with it right now, that's going to save you. That is not going to save you. That is a delusion, because you come from a priesthood and you are a prince from the house of Dawid, or whatever tribe that you might be from. That give you some inherent right to keep being a reprobate mind in the earth and do what you want to do and think you're going to get away with it. Don't be deceived. Don't do it. It ain't no reason for it. Let's keep moving here. Matthew chapter 3, verse 21. Oh, excuse me. Matthew 24, 38. I want to take my time tonight to make sure that I properly get through these scriptures. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage up to the day Noah went into the ark. And they knew nothing. You hear this all the time, but let's bear down on the scriptures now, because the time is coming. It is approaching. They knew nothing. Did you hear what the scriptures said? They absolutely knew nothing. How is that possible? How reprobate can your mind be? How can you not be paying attention to the point where you know nothing. Did not Yesiah Congo, who the world calls Christ, say that my people perish for a lack of knowledge because you don't know nothing? If you don't know nothing, anybody can sell you anything, tell you anything, and teach you anything, and lead you anywhere straight to hell. Perdition, the strong delusion, is emphatically intertwined in your ignorance. Do exploits, follow the prophecies of Daniel. Do what you're supposed to do to come out of her. Come out of what? We're going to find out. Revelation chapter 3, verse 17.
According to Bible Ref, Revelation chapter 3 verse 17, CSB, for you say, I'm rich, I have become wealthy and need nothing, and you don't realize that you are wretched, pitiful, poor, blind, and naked.
Did you hear that? You do not realize. Let's get technical and dive into these scriptures. Pull the meat out of them. It said they didn't realize. If you don't realize something, realize something, do you understand? Then you don't know something. And if you don't know something, then you lack knowledge. And if you lack knowledge, then therefore you have a lamb-like mentality that can be easily deceived. And once you are deceived by the ways of the Gentiles, which is the systematic devouring of the conscious mind of the Bantu, you in the belly of the beast. Oh, I hope I ain't creeping nobody out. Your very mentality is of and constructed by the system of Babylon, which is systematically eating your consciousness out and rotting it from its core, which keeps you from communication with Tata the Zombie Yamazulu. Are you hearing me? Revelation 18.
Here's the definition of
Revelation chapter 18.
According to MIT, every sea captain and all who travel by ship.
Excuse me. All right. This is where I want you to key in on here, right? And this I saw another angel coming down from heaven. He had great authority. Pay attention to that part. He had great authority. This was not a just regular angel. I ain't gonna go no further than that, but just pay attention. This is not a regular angel. Was it a regular angel that came to give Daniel the prophecies of what was going to happen to us in this very day? This is not a game. Y'all guys are not taking this serious. But hopefully, you'll have an ear to hear and an eye to see what I'm trying to tell you about this strong delusion. After this, I saw another angel coming down from heaven. He had great authority, and the earth was illuminated. We have to get the meat out of these scriptures. That doesn't mean it was a bright angel who looked like he was dressed up with some damn robe on, who floated down from the sky with some damn thing in his hand. No, that's not what it means. Ministering spirits, man. Angels are ministering spirits here to help your reprobate mind. Do you understand that? Y'all guys are playing games. Y'all like the sparkles and the lights and cameras and action of this movement. You don't want to get down to the grit. You don't really care because you're not of the spirit, because you have a reprobate mind. What puts you in it puts you in a delusion. Come out of the delusion. Come out of the system of Babylon. As long as you in the belly of the beast, that acid that's in the belly is going to eat your mentality. Do you understand? Which makes you unfavorable to the spirit of the Tata the Zambe Yamazulu, and therefore you have no communication. And if you don't talk to him and communicate with him and come see him every once in a while, when you leave this plane, he's going to say, yeah, you know what time it is. Let's stop playing games. Now, with a mighty voice, he shouted, fallen, fallen is Babylon. Let's make the scriptures simple. The way of the Gentiles, the system of Babylon, has fallen in spiritual form to a degree where it's time to actually bring the recompense down and cleanse the earth. Even if there are Bantus involved in the sweeping up. Are we still playing games now? I'm asking you, are we still playing games now? Let's keep going. Because I still feel like somewhere out there, we think this is a joke. She has become a dwelling place of demons. Do you know what demons are? We not even going to handle that. See, that's another thing. I've heard the name demon before, but I don't actually know what it is. You don't know. You not knowing that can bring you into a strong delusion. How do you know if you got one? 2, 3, 4, a legion of them, like the demoniac that Christ dealt with. How do you know? The things that we play around with. A haunt for every impure spirit. You ever heard of a haunted house? What do you think when people, we don't got into that, boy? Man, my blood boiling. Man, we don't got into him. He don't even act the same. You ever heard stuff like that before? Come on, man. We got to wake up. The things that we don't know is killing us. A haunt for every unclean and detestable spirit. For all nations have drunk the maddening wine of her adulteries. What is that wine that they speak of Babylon? The ways of the Gentiles. When you accept the ways of the Gentiles, you eat. When you eat, you consume, you digest, it becomes you. You are what you eat. Spiritually, you are what you eat. When we was in the garden, eat this tree, eat from this tree, eat from this tree, eat that fruit, don't fuck with that tree, don't fuck with that fruit. You know us. Yeah. Let's keep it moving, because I can keep talking. The kings of the earth have committed adultery with her, meaning that all these little countries and their presidents and their peoples went with the westernized system from America. You understand? You can especially see it through the UN and how it operates. Stop it. Y'all playing games with this. And another thing, y'all, what it is that you fear those institutions over the Most High, the Lord of hosts, the one who stands over the armies. I can't. That's because here we go. The reason why you fear the white man, Mendele, over Tata the Zambe Yamazulu, Makaya Congo, and the standing armies in heaven is because you don't believe, you don't know, you don't care, or you stuck in your everyday drinking your beer and your wine like Isaiah taught. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't even gonna know. And then some people who do know gonna get caught straddling in the fence. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they gonna keep putting it off in their mind. It ain't never gonna come. The day of destruction ain't gonna never come. It ain't gonna never happen. I'm gonna get away with this. Maybe I'm gonna get a second chance at this. Somehow, some way, it's gonna work out for me without me just hunkering down, supping with Tata the Zombie, the set apart spirit, and doing what we need to be doing. But okay, play your cards. And the merchants, the kings and the merchants have grown rich from her excessive luxuries. You get down with the petrodollar, then you succeed. Huh? Can you see it now? Real easy. Scriptures are real easy. Don't let those John Haggees and those guys get up there and be screaming and hollering about a whole bunch of Kabbalah crap. They don't know what they talking about. Where he at with his books now? The Tedhedron, the Four Blood Moons, and all this mess. Books, and all them books sitting around looking crappy now, looking real ignorant right now. But do you hear anybody charging him, blaspheming his name, and drug him out on the stage and be like, answer for this? Nope. Because guess what? He Mandela. He the white man. You respect him, but you don't respect Tata the Zombie Yamazulu. But we gonna see what Makaya Khan gonna have to say about that soon. I'm not trying to fearmonger you. What I'm trying to do is to bring you out of the delusion, because you might not know you in one. Now, people don't realize how to read Revelations. So let me help. Being that I've been in this thing for almost 25 years before I came on YouTube. I'm not boasting about that. I'm trying to course correct people. Why don't you put some time in before you come up here? Revelation chapter 14. Remember, we was in chapter 18. And if you're familiar with Revelations, chapter 18 is in the latter part. But what people don't know about chapter 18 is that chapter 18 is actually going on at the same time in Revelation chapter 7, 1 through 4. See, these angels are ranking angels who have angels under them. These angels are ministering spirits. Tata the Zombie is the host. He sends out these spirits into the earth, and then in the four corners of the earth, remember chapter 7, the four corners of the earth, where you've been scattered. They can't just go to the land of Yisrael Africa. You get what I'm saying? The Congo Basin. Because we've been sent to the four corners of the earth. There's a saturation of Tata the Zombie spirit in the land. He has to send forth the ministering spirits to the four corners of the earth where he sent us in order to minister to our mentalities and our spirits, in order to get us up out of the stupor, which is the system of Babylon, the ways of the Gentiles. So now, let me just consolidate some things. The strong delusion. What is it compared, or what is it into relation to the Bantu people? Let me run it back. The delusion is a part of the reprobate mind that we have as a people. The mentality that we have developed over these 400 years because of our oppressors, because of our wickedness, because of our refusal to listen to the set apart spirit, to listen to Micaiah Congo and the ministering angels. We have done a horrible job of listening and learning. We hate doing that. We love partying. But what I'm trying to tell you is, it's because we've been in this stupor so long and we've been oppressed so long, it has amalgamated fears in us. It has taught us to actually, I don't want to use the word worship, but put the white man in his societies, his way of life, in such high, watch this, high regards that Tata the Zombie Yamazulu is under here somewhere. And whenever you put something above him, you may as well be worshiping it. So I'm sorry to tell you, a lot of my people back home, I'm so sorry, it's damn near like worshiping the white man. It hurts me to my heart to say that and make a video about this. But until I studied it and seen it and watched it over and over again, get out the plane, you're dancing and you're singing, jucking and jiving. These people hate you and taking everything that they can take without any remorse. And you shucking and jiving and you singing and dancing for these people. It bothers me so bad. Over here in America, we don't necessarily shuck and jive and dance for them. But beneath the surface, because I am one, I live here in America, I'm right in the heart of it. We got certain fears too. It's certain things that we won't even try because we don't been beat down over a process of 400 years. And when your spirit cops out like that, you stop listening to the Wanda Semi. You don't care anymore. You wax cold. Your mind becomes reprobate. And you become unfavorable to the set apart spirit. And it puts you in a delusion. Because what are you eating? You're eating the ways of the Gentiles. What did he say? I, Tata the Zombie Yamazulu, sent you. I sent you there because of your reprobate mind. This is what you wanted, so I gave it all to you. Now ask yourself as a people. Ask yourself as a people. Do you like it? Is this what you wanted? Are you sure? Is this what you wanted for your people? Is this what the prophets and our forefathers had in mind for our people? You got to be crazy. Stop it. Come up out of her. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't keep living that same life day by day. Don't do it. Find your power. It is in Tata the Zombie Yamazulu. He is a spirit, a conscious energy that ministers unto the heart in order to change you from the inside out. That way you might be enlightened and learn and have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and not perish because you don't know anything. I'm tired of that. People saying that we're ignorant, that we don't know anything, that we're not going to be anything, and we're never going anywhere. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. I have a spirit over top of my people that lives in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Baba Yetu, Yamazulu, Tatatin Zombie. Come up out of the delusion. Come up out of Babylon. Let go of the Gentiles' ways. My people in Africa, my people in the Congo Basin, South Africa. Stop trying to make your way over here. Your happiness is not in prosperity. It is not in a land that is not yours. It's in the spirit. And if you will, let that spirit live in you. It'll teach you what you need to know. And when you know what you need to know, you won't suffer from the strong delusion. With that, I'm going to let y'all go. With all my sincerity and with all my heart, I pray that you come out of her. It don't matter where you stay at, just come out of the system. This system of Babylon, the ways of the Gentiles, are systematically eating your mentality up, and you're becoming despicable and unfavorable and abominable to the Most High. Tata the Zombie Yamazulu. Cleanse yourself off. Cleanse yourself off. Run your spirits through the heavenly waters. Read the scriptures daily. The time of recompense approaches. That's why the angels are calling out now in the four corners of the earth. Come out of her. Come out of her. Come out of her. With that, I'm going to say hallelujah. Amen. And then get to wherever you might be at, come out of her.
Deuteronomy 28. It shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee, and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.